What's up guys, Card Protagonist here, and today I'll be doing a brand new deck profile on my Alfred deck. So with the brand new G character booster, TRY3 NEXT support, Alfred has gotten brand new cards to add into the deck. So in this video, I'll be explaining some of the card choices I made from the newer sets. So an example of this is many new cards such as the Critical Trigger, which allows you to counter charge when you have Alfred Vanguard. So basically, we have gotten more cards with the Alfred name requirement stuff. So this deck has gotten much better. I've play tested it and have gotten pretty good results. Alright, and also there are some cards which I've never included in my Alpha deck before, such as this GBD8 card. I think it's Fides. He's achieved a pretty awesome card outside Brave as well. So I hope you guys enjoy my deck profile, and if you guys have any other builds to recommend, please leave it down below in the comment section. So without further ado, let us get on into deck profile. So for the grade 3, we play 4 copies of Alfred, King of Night, 4 copies of King of Night, Light's Manifest, Alfred Oath. So he's the new Alfred for us. So basically, instead of using the old Alfred the old Alfred is this one. Instead of using the old Alfred, we use the new one, which is pretty similar in fact. And this set he has a 11k base, which is nice because it helps you guard easily against some stuff. What it does is GB2 is during a turn, for each unit control gives us 2k power. So this time it can be boosted, I believe. Yeah, so this time this Alfred can be boosted, unlike the old Alfred. So this unit gives us 2k for each of your regards. So if you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's gonna gain plus 9k. So it's like 21k. Swing for 21k without strike. It's pretty good. Yeah. And second skill is when this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, so when you write it as a Vanguard, you can pay the cost of Counter Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1. And if you can't pay the cost unless you have unless you fulfill the requirement, which is like if you have a Sword of Light unit or Blaster unit in this card. So for example, if you have cards like him, this is Sword of Light or Blaster Blade unit, or RMS because it's Sword of Light as well. You can activate a skill, which is Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, and discard 1 card from your hand. If you do, search your deck for 2 cards, mixture of Sword of Lights or Blaster and unit, and call to a rearguard circle. So it's pretty good, I guess, because you can tilt up 2 units onto your field, fill up your field fast, and rush early game. So it is very nice, I guess. Right, so the second Alfred we play is 4 copies of the Alfred XIV. I think Alfred 14. Right, he's pretty much our Legion. So this deck tends to go into late game because of how tanky this deck is. So sometimes you like to Legion so they can return stuff into your deck, such as triggers, so they won't deck out that fast. Skill is, while this card's in Legion, for each Seeker unit you control against was Seeker rearguard you control against was 1k. And if you have 5 or more rearguards on the field, sorry, give me a sec. Yeah, this is for each Seeker gain at 1k, and you have 5 or more units on the field gains with 1 crit. So even you have 5 non-Seeker on the field, 5 Royal Pilots on the field, you can still gain that 1 crit, which is nice. Your opponent has to guard it if you are at 4. And second skill is activate E-Special Counter Blast 2 Seeker. If you do such a deck for a Seeker unit and call it to Rearguard Circle. So it's just nice to have, since I play Seeker triggers in this deck. Right, so it's mainly there for the Legion and the Alfred in the name and its 11k base, because otherwise there's no more 11k base Alfred right now. So these are grade 3. Put them one side. Alright, for grade 2s we play, actually I made a little bit of changes to my grade 2, but it's still pretty much the same skeleton. So basically 4 copies of Benon, because Benon is amazing card. So basically when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, we can Counter Blast 1 and search for a 6k and below unit and call it to rearguard circle behind it. So you can only call it behind, you cannot call to other rearguard circles, so you can only fill up that column. So it's an amazing card because at 1 Counter Blast you can call stuff like him, and you can call Miron, I think it's Miron, to search to get additional pluses that cost 1 Soul Blast. So basically at a cost of 1 Counter Blast you're getting +2. So it's very good. Early game rush also is an amazing card. So fill up your field fast. Next up is 2 copies of Blaster Blade Seeker. You can use Blaster Blades, the OG Blaster Blades if you want to. I only use it because it's just Seeker in the name, so that you can Legion. So you guys didn't know you can actually Legion the original Blaster Blade with this one, with Alfred Exif, the Legion, the Seeker Alfred. So it's something cool to note. You could either use Blaster Blades as an alternative if you don't have a Seeker Blaster Blade. One copy of RMS because Swords of Light RMS, because he's like Blaster Blade, and is mostly used because of the Sword of Light name. When this unit attack hits the Vanguard, you may Counter Blast 1. So if you have an Alpha Vanguard, you can Counter Blast 1. If you do such a deck for Blaster unit, and you can call it to your Regular Circle, so you can call Blaster Blade Seeker or the original Blaster Blade, and you can use their ability without paying the cost. So it's very good because original Blaster Blade Counter Blast 2, and with him you can just call it Blaster Blade and don't need to pay the Counter Blast. You can retire one unit for free. So most of the time I'm also definitely going to guard him. And his first skill is as a rear guard. When this unit attacks the Vanguard and you control Alfred Vanguard, he is an 11k attacker because it gains plus 2k power. You can see the 2k over there. Yeah. So next up is 2 copies of Knight of Twin Sword. Definitely use Knight of Twin Sword because it gives you additional attack. When this unit is boosted, you can Counter Blast 1 and Super Call a Grade 2 unit onto your field. And then shuffle a deck. So you can give you additional cards onto your field if you don't have enough rearguards, or give you additional attack if you need to at the cost of 1 Counter Blast. Totally worth it. 1 copy of Blaster X. He's also Blaster in the name and Sword of Light. So he made his appearance in the manga only. So his skill is once per turn. When another unit enters the rearguard circle and you have an Alpha Vanguard, select one. This unit gets a 5k power. So during a turn, so basically when it's on the field and you call another unit, it gains was 5k. Something like Bloom. So additional 5k is always nice. It's very easy since this deck super costs all the time. And finally 1 copy of Rotary Mage. Rotary Mage is in case I fight against Chaos Breakers and Link Joker decks, because her skill is when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, you can pay the cost of 1 Soul Blast and 1 Counter Blast. If you do, select 2 units on your field and unlock them, and unlock 2 units and then choose 2 units on the field, and it gains us 2k power. So you can even use her skill even if you do not need to unlock stuff. So even you have like you can just use a skill to power up. Yeah, mostly used in case I fight against the Link Joker matchup. 1 copy is fine because I can always search out with my Odd Mouth to unlock stuff. So grade 1s, we play 4 copies of Strike Helper because this is a strike deck. You might want, if you want, you can actually cut 1 copy for some other stuff. But 4 copies has always been my magic for me. Alright, 4 copies of Unflavor Perfect Guards. I recommend you use Unflavor Perfect Guards because with this deck you'll be tanking so much and your hand size will be maintained very well. So you won't really go to Brave that much. I apologize if it's English. My Jab one is in my Outmouth deck. So I'm lazy to like switch around. I use this deck to play as for fun sometimes. So Unflavor Perfect Guards because this deck eats quite a lot of Counter Blast, to be honest. So Unflippers. 2 copies of Miron, I think. Miron. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from your deck, Soul Blast 1, draw 1. Very nice. They're perfect companion for Banon. 2 copies. I used to play at 4, but I find that sometimes he clogs up the field. So instead I play 2 copies of him. Blues, the Flaming Wind thing. Was Whirlwind, sorry, he's a Gale, Knight of Gales. So what Knight of Gale does is when you control Alfred Vanguard, you can send, while he's on the rearguard circle, you can like block, you can intercept from the back and he gains a 10k shield by discarding 1 card. So it's very good because it's 15k shield. So think about it, you're losing 2 cards for a 3 card value of 15k. So basically you're getting a +1. 15k is like quite common nowadays, so I always use him to single guard 1 stuff. So basically, to think about it, this is like +1 every time it's on the field. Unless the opponent retires it, then it sucks to be you. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, he can replace himself, and after you get rid of him, you can just call your Banon, call him out, and replace it. And the reason why I cut off Miron is because I have to play the new Blaster of Light stuff. Once per turn, when another unit is placed on the rearguard circle and you control Alfred Vanguard, he gains plus 5k power. So it's a pretty damn good booster, because it's gonna boost for 12k every single turn. Alright, that's a great ones. Now let's go on to triggers. Triggers are pretty interesting. 8 crits. Okay, this is the new crit from the booster set. Basically, when this unit pay the cost is to go into soul. When your Alfred Vanguard your grade 3 Alfred Vanguard attacks, you can pay the cost of, and it goes into a soul. So the thing is, right, you only can use it when your Alfred is in grade 3 attacking, because say your Vanguard with Alfred in the name grade 3. So if you're striding, you can't use his skill. So it's great only when you're attacking with Alfred during the turn you cannot stride. So if you're going first, you can like attack with this, counter charge 2, after you use stuff like him where you like use a lot of counter blasts, you can like unflip those counter blasts. So they can use them for more awesome stuff later on. So 4 copies, very good. I like it because 3 counter charge. 8 crits standard, 4 draws, and 4 heals. Because heals are very important for G Guardians. And finally, the starter we have here is the Sage thing. So what he does is when this unit on the Vanguard circle, you can activate Counter Blast 1, put this guy into the soul, Superior Call 1 grade 2 unit from your deck and call it the Vanguard circle. Yeah. And you control Alfred Vanguard. Basically that's it. So what we do is we usually call stuff like Benon. Go into, so basically it's like this. Go into soul, call Benon, call some awesome stuff. Yeah, like this. If you need early game defense, then later on you can like just replace and put some other stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's good for setting up your field. So it's a very, very good starter because it doesn't have GB1, so you can use it the turn you ride into Alfred, and you can just immediately go in soul. Right, so that's pretty much it. Then let's go on to our strides. So first up, we play 4 copies of Barney, aka the dinosaur dragon. I call it the dinosaur dragon. It's basically Holy Squire Dragon, if you guys are like looking for it. So what Holy Squire does is a very anti-link Joker card. Basically activate once per turn, unlock all units on your field, and all your Royal Paladin units with all your Royal Paladin Vanguard skills has 2k power. And second ability is GB3. When for each other Royal Paladin you control on the field, it gains plus 3k power. So it can easily go up plus 15k for finisher. So it's like a same blow dragon without that crit, but it gets an unlocking skill. Very, 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 very powerful card against Link Joker. This is basically a win con against Link Jokers. Yeah, use this and Link Joker will cry. Trust me. Alright, next up is 4 copies of Aerial Divine Knight. Staples in all Royal Paladin decks. No matter what Royal Paladin deck you're playing, definitely play 4 copies of it. So when this unit enters the Vanguard circle, you can flip a copy of yourself face up, GB2. Flip a copy of yourself face up. Search a deck for your front row gains a 3k power, and then search a deck for 1 grade 2 and Superior Call it to your Vanguard circle. If you do, that unit gains 5k power. So it's a very good card because it doesn't need Counter Blast to get you free stuff, which is very nice. Alright, so not say renew card, but it's like the card that I've never explained before. 2 copies of Fides. Fides is the card from GBD8, so in case you guys are looking for it, it's in GBD8, and it shouldn't be hard to find. Alright, skill activate once per turn. I choose a face down card on your G and turn it face up, and choose a card from your hand and discard it. Search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 card and call it to Vanguard circle. That's the first skill. And then shuffle the deck. And if that unit has a brave ability, you can draw 1 card. So it's amazing because you like basically call for free at cost of 1 Counter Blast, and then it gains an additional skill. Until end of turn, this unit gains a skill, GB3. When this unit when GB3 brave, so you will probably only want to use him if you have your like three or less hand cards in your hand when he attacks. So before it twin drives. When this unit attacks, then you have a face up card called Fides on the G zone, so you're probably gonna use him to flip yourself face up. Choose one of your opponent's Vanguard and retire it, and choose up to 2 units and it gives us 5k power. So there's a lot of effects in 1 card. It's a very, very good card. And it's not very hard to pull off as well. So yeah, just use him during turns you have like 3 or less hand cards. During a battle phase, use him, it's good. Finally, the new card from the set is Legit Sword Dragon. I remember I put it in the live stream thingy. So activate skill once per turn, Counter Blast 1, and you have an Alfred Vanguard or Blaster Vanguard. Yeah, Alfred Vanguard or Blaster Vanguard. So search your deck for Sword or Light or Blaster unit and call it to your Vanguard circle, and that unit gives us 2k power. So it's a Counter Blast 1 to search out 1 free unit. Its design is very nice. And it's great to use as a first strike, because first strike sometimes your field is not full. You can always use it. Search your deck for a Blaster Blade or a Sword of Light, which is pretty much 80% of my deck, and you can call it the Rearguard Circle. Very, very good card. One copy of Sabreeze, because sometimes people like the Gridlock. Just punish them with Sabreeze, or if they really happen to Gridlock and they fail their G assist, you can just destroy them with Sabreeze. Alright, for G Guardians, 3 copies of Laser Guard Dragon. Laser Guard Dragon has 20k shields when you have a grade 2 on your field. So easy 20k, since I super recall grade 2s all day. And 1 copy of this card in case you fight VMAX, because VMAX can give you 1 free damage. Give you 1 free damage. Sound like a good thing, but it's not a good thing, because if you have 5 VMAX comes, you better use this or you're dead. Alright? So I hope you guys enjoy my deck profile on my Alfred Oath deck. Be sure to add me on Facebook and subscribe to my channel. If you like this video and it helped you some way, please give it a like. Peace out and love you guys. Rawr.